Hey everyone, my name is Amanda Danello and I want to share my testimony with you. I'm honored to be a part of the CARE Coalition, and here's why. When I was an adolescent, I started smoking and drinking at 11 years old. By 15 and 16, I was using prescription pills and then switched over to heroin and started shooting up heroin. And from 16 to 19, 16 to 20, I experienced about 20 overdoses. I also was raped and molested. So I was in a really dark place during those years. I was also trying to be a people pleaser, trying to please my parents, trying to please my peers, trying to please a lot of different people, and I had no idea who I really was. And I had tried NA, I tried methadone clinics, I tried New Age practices, I tried meditation and yoga, things like that, but as none of it worked for me to try to get clean. And as a last resort, I remembered that there was a Bible on my bookshelf that had been sitting there for about 5 years. And I pulled it out and I opened it and I, as a last resort, cried out to God. And overnight, He answered. I woke up the next day with this ability and strength and determination that I did not have before. After crying out, I woke up with this power and ability to really be able to say no. And I didn't go back to heroin after that. Now, it didn't mean I didn't have to go through the consequences of my actions. I had 3 weeks of withdrawals that I had to go to. I had a ton of people that I had to make amends with and ask for their forgiveness. And I also had to forgive myself. I had to also begin to try to renew my mind by reading the Bible, by doing puzzles, my body by working out after the withdrawals, and getting in school, staying inactive, different things like that. And let me not forget community service, which is why I'm here on CARE Coalition too. It's super important in order to get clean. But my story doesn't stop there. 3 years later, I'm in Florida, and I'm pursuing who God is. I want to know who this being is that gave me that ability to be able to overcome this evil and this dark thing of addiction. And during that time, I fell victim to someone who claimed to be of God, and she, using the Bible, coerced me into leaving family, friends, my work, all my material possessions. She coerced me into giving her all my retirement money that I had saved up. And within a few months of doing all of that, she turned on me. She was no longer this mentor that I thought she was. If I didn't do things exactly how she said, then she forced me to go days without food. I wasn't allowed to sleep that much. I was sleeping on a concrete floor when I did get to sleep. I was forced to hold bowel movements, and the list goes on of all these things that she did that was truly torture. So I reached a point where I was broken, yet again, broken in a super dark place, more confused than I was in the addiction, because in my addiction, I had a place to go. I could run to God, but here, in this dark place, I didn't know where to run, because I felt like God had abandoned me. And so I prayed one night. I was sitting under a telephone pole, bawling my eyes out, and I said, God, if this is you, then I don't want to be your child anymore. and I cried myself to sleep that night. But let me tell you, the power of my God, because not once but twice in my life He has pulled me out of darkness. So once during the addiction, and the second time He pulled me out of this deception with this false prophet, with this person who was very much like a cult leader. And he restored me, He redeemed me. And so that's really what I want to share with you guys about my testimony. I had the honor a year ago to actually write an autobiography. It's called A Double Shot of Redemption. It's available on Amazon.com, along with some other written works that I've done. But in this, I give all the details about how I got into the addiction, what happened during, how did I get out of that, then again, how did I get into the deception, what happened during that, and how did I come out of that. So it's super detailed compared to this short testimony video. So if you guys want to go check that out and support, I would absolutely love that. But before I end this video, I know we're already at 6 minutes, but hang in with me, because I'm partnering with the CARE Coalition, and the CARE Coalition is a community of people who are there to help with suicide. They're there to help with substance abuse. They're there to help with mental illness or whatever you're struggling with, grief, depression, anxiety, you name it. They have a prayer line for people who will pray with you. They have connection page where you can reach out to them and speak to someone. They have many different pages on their website with so many resources that are great in order to overcome whatever your dark place is.